Well, cheers, baby.
Cheers.
Well, guys, we made it to Mexico. We are married. Is it day 2 or day 3 of our honeymoon?
I think it's day 3.
Day 3? I don't even know. I just wanted to kind of film a little recap of our perfect wedding weekend. I don't want to forget any of the memories because it just like could not have been more perfect. I'm just so happy. We've been planning this for 10 months and put so much work into it, and it really truly all paid off. It pretty much went off without a hitch. I mean, there were like some minor hiccups, but like nothing that really mattered. It was an amazing day.
It was perfect.
Well, maybe let's start with like our highlights. What were your highlights?
I think my first highlight was seeing you come down the aisle.
Yeah.
That was really good.
That was one of my highlights too, walking down. It was really fun because, well, when we got there, it was like a little chaotic. We could only get there an hour before guests started arriving, and that hour went by so quickly. So I got a few pictures in, you got a few pictures in with your guys up at like in different spots of the venue. And then I had to be like hidden away pretty quick because guests started arriving probably around like 5.
Early.
Yeah, people got there early, which I didn't really think they would.
If you're going to someone's event, don't go early.
I mean, it's better than being late.
Time.
It's better than being late.
Yeah, don't be late. Don't be early. Come at the time that was requested.
Yeah.
Because that's when they expect you to be there. And it's after doing all of these events and having so many people show up early to every event, it's like, guys.
Yeah, we're still getting ready. Like, we're not
ready for you.
Yeah. But, so, like, some people kind of saw me in my dress before. But anyway, I got hidden away in the like back room, and so I didn't like see a lot of what was going on, and I didn't get to, there was no good spot to like sneak and see like the whole procession. So I was kind of like listening, and the music turned out great. We had a violinist she played God's Plan for like everyone else to walk in. Well, you walked in second. My brother, who was officiating, walked in first. So I was kind of like, I couldn't really see, but I was listening. And then I was back there alone because everyone walked in first. That was really emotional, just like walking down, seeing everyone. Like I'm just looking at you, but I'm also like taking it all in.
Yeah, I didn't pay attention to anybody on the way down because you were just kind of looking at the back of their heads. I mean, people were looking around at you, but I was really just like, I don't know, in the zone, I guess. I wasn't really looking at... I saw the people that were sitting at the end of the aisle, but that was it.
Yeah. I mean, it's not like you have like that long. You just kind of like make eye contact with people. But that was super special. I loved our vows. That was...
Yep, the vows were great.
The vows were really good.
Even though you wrote too much.
I think they were about the same length. I think you were just nervous that
we had a deal. We had a deal that we would write a similar amount of time, and then in the last minute she added like a few more pages.
I did not add anything. I think I just spoke.
We were supposed to have 3 minutes. Mine was 2.5. Hers was 3, and she added in another minute.
I did not. We'll look at the video.
Yeah,
I think they were about the same length, but regardless, they were absolutely perfect.
It was great.
The only funny thing about the ceremony is Daniel handed me his wrong hand. He handed me his right hand. So when I went to put the ring on, it ended up on your right hand.
Yeah. Oops.
But who really... I think one person noticed. It's not official. Whatever.
Doesn't count.
And then we walked back down the aisle as husband and wife. We did a big dip, and my veil fell out. That was kind of funny.
Yeah. Twice.
Yeah, twice. But it was kind of like a sweet moment. You like helped me put my veil back in. We had like the whole pedal toss and everything. Did you like even notice that? Like,
yeah, I noticed it.
Yeah.
It was cool.
I feel like it was like half a second.
Yeah, the funny thing is everyone says, it goes by so fast. It goes by so fast. Enjoy it all. You kind of are like, yeah, okay. I bet it'll go by fast. But then when you're in it, it's like, oh shit. They're right. It does go by really fast. But
I feel like, at least I feel like I did a good job of like really being in the moment. And
yeah, I think I did too. It's just that, it's not even that it goes by so fast, it's that you're kind of in this weird headspace.
It's like an out of body thing.
Yeah.
Where you're just like, this is happening to us. We're not like actually doing it almost.
Yeah, it's almost like you're watching yourself do it. I don't know. It's so hard to explain. Another cliche thing, like you can't really know what it's like until you do it.
Yeah, but it was truly magical.
Because you think you're going to be so cool the whole time. It's like, oh yeah, this is no big deal. And then you get in there and you're like, oh, whoa.
And then you're like crying.
Yeah. Then all the emotions come and it's happening.
Well, then after that, this was one of the highlights of my night. So Daisy was like kind of our flower girl. She walked in with his youngest brother right before me. My friend Samantha was holding on to her. And as we walked away, I remember like looking back at everyone and I just saw Daisy staring at us, just like her huge furry smile. And I was like, Danny, look.
Then I told everyone, I told Sam to let her go.
Yeah.
I thought she was just going to let her go on the leash, but she unclipped her and she just ran towards us.
She just ran towards us and got like right in formation right between us, and we walked in a line like kind of away from everyone to let people go to cocktail hour. But
that was a really cool moment that wasn't planned.
Yeah.
But on the fly, just like
it just felt so special.
And
it was like life
I think
is complete.
people were probably like, "You're gonna have the dog? Like, you're gonna let the dog go?"
Especially because there was a pond
I knew
and
she would
swans,
come
and
right
I thought
to
she was
us.
gonna jump in the pond for sure, but she just was so good.
Or like go like hang out, go find someone else, but she came right to us.
Yeah, that was really, really special.
Good job, Daisy.
To Daisy.
Finally did something right. Because during the engagement,
when you proposed?
Yeah, when I proposed, she did not cooperate, and as soon as she noticed that we weren't paying attention to her, she jumped in the pond. Remember that?
Yeah. In the river.
Yeah.
That was funny. So then after the ceremony, like, we did our family pictures and everything, and then everyone, like, went to cocktail hour, and we planned to come into cocktail hour at, like, the top of, it was in an amphitheater, so we came in through the top to go right into our first dance, which we had been practicing a lot. Probably not as much as we should have, but it turned out great. You were pretty nervous about the dance.
Yeah, I was just more nervous about like, okay, how's the timing gonna go on walking down, and then every time we practiced, like we were missing
something would happen.
Yeah, we would miss something, and we did mess up a little slightly.
Which part?
It was just when we were doing the second round of the waltz,
we got a
little ahead of it. So like when I did that second lift, it wasn't like on the cue of the song, but
well, no one really noticed.
It was fine,
but. I mean, the timing, we didn't time, like, walking down the amphitheater steps or anything, but it really, like, could not have been more perfect. Like, we had to walk fast a little bit, but I feel like that kind of made it fun, and the dance was definitely one of my favorite parts, too. Like, I was just laughing the whole time. Like, it was so special.
Yeah.
And the selfie mirror that I made, I had no idea where it was, like, gonna be set up or anything, but it got set up, like, right on the deck/stage where we did the first dance, and I think it gave, like, this really cool angle where you could like see the back of us while also like the front of us. Does that make sense? Like,
yeah.
And then like read the sign like in the thing that says "Life's a Party with You." Like those pictures, I think, are really cool.
Yeah. See, that was another thing that fell into place.
Yeah, like it just happened. So that was one of my highlights, the dance.
Yeah, the dance.
Like I was just like giggling the whole time. I was like, wow. Like
I didn't plan for how much people would love the outfit changes.
Oh, yeah. So
we told a bunch of people about it.
We did. We had 3 outfit changes. We did one for the ceremony, and then like changed right before our first dance into the reception. And then we did a mock exit, and the moke turned out so freaking cute. Yeah, oh my gosh. Was awesome. So I don't know if I've talked about this before, but we've kind of become good friends with these guys at this car dealership that we bought a few cars from, and they sell mokes, which I describe as Barbie Jeeps, but they're really like electric golf carts that are street legal. Yeah, I'll put a picture up here. Owner of the dealership, we were gonna like trailer it up, and then the owner of the dealership was like, I'll handle it all for you guys. So he brought it up, like set it all up, was out there for us, and we did like a bubble exit and then got into the little car. Literally just like drove across the street to change. But that was super fun.
Yeah.
Like, couldn't have worked out better. And we had a little sign on the back of the tire that said "Just Married." Like, that was super cute. And then we came back in our third outfit and had matching sneakers. Those were super cute. The one time he'll match with me.
Yeah.
And then, like, the dance party was so... The dance party was so fun.
It was kind of like weird. It was split up because we were still... But yeah, it was so fun. Go ahead. Say what you're going to say, and then I'll say what I was going to say.
Well, I was going to rewind to, like, the speeches and stuff.
Oh. So, the only thing that I thought was funny about the dance party is because we did a sweetheart table, we didn't really... Which was awesome, and I would recommend it if you're getting married. It's the way to go because then nobody is coming up to bother you. You actually get to eat and
just have time.
You don't feel like you have to talk
couple.
with people the whole time. Like we got to just hang out together during that whole hour of dinner.
And for those people who say they don't eat at their own wedding, we can't relate. I ate probably too much. I had so much cake. We went back for seconds on food. The food was so good. The steak, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
And the veggies were really good.
Yeah.
Like fire
And
roasted
the cake.
veggies. And the cake. We got so many compliments on our cake.
Maybe
I think
more.
I had 4. But it was just out like throughout dancing. I was like, okay, I'll grab another.
Yeah.
But I wanted to like quickly mention our speech.
Wait, I didn't finish what I was going to say.
Okay, sorry, go ahead.
Do a sweetheart table, because nobody will mess with you. You can just eat dinner and relax and actually spend time with your person, and it's a lot more intimate. And because we did that, we didn't really talk to anyone, and because like during the photos, like everything just goes like so fast.
quick.
So we didn't really have time to talk to anybody or like connect with anybody, any of the guests, except for the friends that actually did come up to us, that we kind of like motioned up to us. The thing that happened during the dancing, after like the first time we actually were talking to any of the guests was
during
after
dancing.
Yeah, during the dancing. So it ended up to a lot of like talking and like connecting with people that we invited during that time. So it kind of took me away from the dancing. Like we still got to do it, but it was not like
I was dancing. I was dancing. I had glasses that I gave to my girls like for getting ready, and they all brought them for the dancing, and I called them my hater blockers because you could not, they were really cheap sunglasses, you could not see anything in them, especially in the dark. And so I was wearing those dancing. I'm like, I can't see anyone judging me, so like I was having so much fun. But at the same time, a lot of people say like you don't get to talk to anyone at your wedding. I feel like I talked to a really good amount. Like I'm not super sad that I like didn't get to talk to XYZ. Like I feel like I connected with everyone that I wanted to.
There were a few that I didn't get to.
Yeah, but like people make it sound like you're not going to talk to anyone, and I felt like I had really good connections with people throughout the night.
The thing about it, I think there's just we've got someone at the door. Maybe it's probably not you that will do this, but it must be like a lizard or something. Yeah.
What peep?
Sorry, turd down service just came, and we're sitting on our porch, and there was a big iguana.
Turd down service is what
Turd down. Iguana poop on our balcony that they just cleaned up. So I also just wanted to touch on really quickly how meaningful the speeches were. I know a lot of people say to skip like toasts at your wedding because it can like take a long time, but that was one of the highlights. I'm gonna get emotional about it. Shockingly, I did not shed any tears. I don't know if it's because I like can't cry in front of crowds, because I was definitely emotional, but like no tears came out. Maybe because I spent so much of my makeup. I don't know. Like at other people's weddings, like if I'm sitting in the stands, like I am crying, but no actual tears fell, even though I was like emotional. Anyway, I just wanted to say the speeches were another highlight of my night. I would definitely recommend doing that. Like my best friend Lexi's speech was so meaningful. Like I will never ever forget it.
This is an hour long, so I hope everybody's comfortable. Just kidding. I'm Lexi. I've been best friends with Caroline since we were probably 8 years old. I remember meeting you at soccer practice, your curly blonde hair, your gold cleats, and we were best friends ever since. It's crazy to think it's been that long, and here we are. You're marrying the love of your life. I remember meeting Danny for the first time. You guys haven't been dating that long. We met at a bar, and I knew. I was like, this is it. This is her guy. Call it a best friend's intuition, but he was it. And yeah, he was. Here we are. But anyone who knows Caroline knows how motivated she is. Even when we were little, she was the first one back in all the sprints, the fastest. She even brought her pink little flashcards to practice, and we had to quiz her during warm-up, so beauty and brains. It's perfect she found her equally as motivated and even more supportive partner. I mean, your kids are going to be either Olympians or Nobel Peace Prize winners. Most likely both. Caroline is the most thoughtful friend, and I have been so lucky to have her. She inspires me. She inspires me to be a better friend, and I love having you as a best friend. From pen pals to when we lived across the country to living a mile away. We have deep talks, but you always make me laugh the hardest. You always do the most for people she loves, and if you're here today, you know you're lucky to experience the truly genuine person Caroline is. All's well that ends well to be with you. Okay, so let's toast to this beautiful couple May your adventures be boundless. May your days be filled with the same laughter you share with all of us. I'm so happy you two found each other. Cheers.
And my mom spoke, and that was great. His dad spoke, and then his brother, and they were all so touching. So I would definitely recommend doing the toast. It takes some time. It was only probably like 15 minutes while people were eating their cake, but you go to a wedding to like feel the love and the emotion, and that's, I think, what we delivered. We had so many people comment on just how much they could feel our love that night, and that is truly what I wanted. Like, I really cared about all the details. Obviously, that's just kind of me. I spent so much time planning the tiny details, but I'm so glad that our love, like, came through in those details, and that's just what we wanted the night to be about, is, like, celebrating us and people feeling our shared love.
And we gotta go to dinner.
Yeah, we gotta go to dinner, but...
I mean, we could tell all the details there. It's like...
Yeah, we could go on and on and on,
there's a lot to
but...
say.
It was just truly a night.
There will be a wedding video.
Yeah, there will be a wedding video, but I just wanted to like talk about our feelings about it, and because it was just so magical and a night I'll never ever forget.
The biggest thing I think was that how much you spent planning and how much coordination went into all of it. And there were a lot of things that could have gone wrong, you know.
Yeah, and not everything were perfect. There were hiccups and tiny things and stuff, but nothing really mattered. Like, it didn't matter.
So many moving parts. It's just, I just feel so like happy and lucky that it all actually like turned out how it was planned.
Yeah, and again, I think that was like, I feel like I've had so many different favorite moments, but another of my favorite moments was when we finally sat down at our sweetheart table and... just filling it to the top.
I just want to empty it.
But when we sat down at our sweetheart table,
bottle's empty.
When we sat down at our sweetheart table, and I was just like, Daniel, look, and just like we could see all of our friends and family sitting in front of us, all of our loved ones, in this beautiful setting with the string lights and then the trees and mountains in the background. Like, I wish I had taken a picture. Like, I'm sure Leah got one, but just like from our point of view, like. Yeah. That was like so magical. It was like we put this all together. The light was beautiful, and it was just like we put this together. We brought all these people here. Like, our love brought these people here.
Yeah.
You know, and
from all over.
From all over. So it was truly, I keep saying that, but one of my favorite days ever. I'll never forget it, and I love you so much.
I love you, baby. Cheers with your extra full glass. Don't spill it.
So I'll end the video here. Here's a little view of our rings. They're absolutely stunning. It feels crazy to be wearing them. And I think I'll start the honeymoon vlog tomorrow. So thank you guys for following along this journey from engagement to bodybuilding to wedding planning, like to being the best man in Hawaii. We are nonstop. We like crazy, and I wouldn't want to do it with anyone else.
Yep. And there's probably going to be more fun stuff coming.
We never stop.
What?
We never stop. So like and subscribe. Thanks for following along, and we'll see you next time.